Jax's impossible heist. Kane had cooked up another one of his ridiculous games, and this time it was all about thievery. "Welcome, one and all, to Kane's impossible heist," he announced grandly, floating above the circus. "Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to break into the vault and steal the gem at its center. But beware, there are traps everywhere." Jax grinned ear to ear. "A heist? Oh, I'm in. Nothing can stop me." Pomni, however, was wary. "There's always a catch, isn't there, Kane?" Kane gave a coy smile. "Perhaps, but where's your sense of adventure?" The vault sat in the middle of a towering funhouse, a maze of mirrors, traps, and tricks. The prize? A glowing gem said to be the source of unimaginable power. Jax was already planning his moves. As the group entered the funhouse, Jax took the lead, confident in his ability to outsmart whatever was thrown at him. The walls shifted around them, mirrors reflecting distorted versions of themselves, as if mocking their every move. "Watch and learn," Jax said with a wink, sprinting ahead. The first trap triggered instantly, a series of sliding doors that sealed off various parts of the funhouse. Jax leapt through the last one, narrowly escaping. He turned to see Pomni and Regatha stuck behind a wall. "Jax!" Pomni called out, banging on the barrier. "Don't leave us behind." He smirked. "Relax. I'll find a way to let you in." Meanwhile, Kinger, who had somehow gotten separated from the group, was wandering aimlessly through the mirrors. "Hello? Is anyone out there?" His voice echoed around him, but every reflection looked like someone else, warped versions of himself laughing in the distance. "I really don't like this," he muttered. Back in the vault room, Jax faced the final challenge, an elaborate laser grid protecting the gem. He cracked his knuckles. "This is too easy." With a dramatic leap, Jax somersaulted through the lasers, barely missing them. But when he grabbed the gem, the room exploded in lights and alarms. Kane appeared out of nowhere, laughing hysterically. "Gotcha!" Jax stood frozen as the walls began to close in on him. "Wait, what? This isn't supposed to happen!" Pomni and Regatha burst through just in time, having found a way around the barriers. "What did you do, Jax?" Pomni shouted, seeing the chaos unfolding. "Maybe I underestimated the traps," Jax admitted, trying to back away from the collapsing walls. Regatha spotted a glowing switch on the wall and, without hesitation, flipped it. The lasers powered down, and the walls retreated. Jax gave a sheepish grin. "See? All part of the plan." Pomni crossed her arms. "Sure it was. Pomni's infinite loop." One morning in the digital circus, Pomni woke up with a sense of unease, though she wasn't sure why. Her surroundings seemed normal. Well, as normal as a digital circus could be. She found her friends in the central tent, where Kane floated above them, looking suspiciously gleeful. "Good morning, everyone," Kane chimed with a wide grin. "Today, I've prepared a brand new experience for you all, a delightful little riddle to test your patience." Pomni narrowed her eyes. "What kind of riddle?" "An adventure," Kane declared. "But there's a twist. You'll be facing the same thing over and over until you solve the riddle. Exciting, isn't it?" Before anyone could argue, the tent collapsed around them, and suddenly Pomni found herself in a strange, surreal landscape, a never-ending spiral of red and white stripes. The air around her shimmered as if reality itself were bending. "What's happening?" Regatha asked, looking around in confusion. Pomni glanced at her. "We need to solve the riddle before this gets worse." As the group walked forward, the path beneath their feet twisted and looped back on itself in confusing ways. Soon enough, they ended up right where they started. Jax, never one to lose his cool, leaned against a nearby column. "It's just a maze. We'll be out in no time." But no matter which direction they tried, they always ended up back in the same place. a spinning circus platform with glowing lights and loud carnival music that repeated endlessly. "This is maddening," Zubul muttered, kicking a nearby wall, which caused it to flicker as if it were a glitch. "It's like we're stuck in a loop." Pomni's frustration mounted with every step. There's got to be a clue. What was that riddle Kane mentioned? Gangle, nervously clutching her mask, chimed in. I think the answer might be right in front of us." Suddenly, Kinger, who had been unusually quiet, pointed to the sky. "The pattern of the sky, it's repeating in time with the music." Everyone stared upward. The stars overhead flashed in sync with the carnival tune that had been playing on loop. Pomni's eyes widened. "That's it. The music and the stars, they're the key. We've been walking in the wrong rhythm." The group fell silent, focusing on the beat of the music and the flashing of the stars. With each step, they followed the rhythm, and soon enough, the path changed beneath them. The loop was broken. As they emerged from the spiral, Kane appeared, clapping wildly. "Bravo, bravo! You figured it out! I knew you were smart enough to break the infinite loop." Jax shrugged. "Wasn't that hard?" Pomni sighed in relief. "Next time, just tell us the rules up front, Kane." But Kane only chuckled mischievously. Where's the fun in that? Regatha's rewind roller coaster. It was another thrilling day at the amazing digital circus, and Regatha was determined to make it the best day ever. She'd been working on a new act, a synchronized roller coaster routine that would combine speed, loops, and perfectly timed jumps, all set to a catchy 8-bit soundtrack. Regatha's enthusiasm was infectious, and soon everyone, even the ever-cautious Pomni, was on board to try the ride. Kane, ever the showman, promised that this would be the most exciting ride in circus history. "And if anything goes wrong," Kane added with a mischievous grin, "we can always hit the rewind button." As the ride started, the coaster cars zoomed through digital tunnels, flipping and spinning in perfect harmony. Regatha was at the front, beaming with pride as her plan seemed to work flawlessly. But then, just as they hit the first major loop, a massive glitch appeared on the track, a gaping hole of missing code right in their path. The coaster cars shot through the glitch, sending the group spinning out of control through corrupted data and broken animations. The track began to warp and bend in impossible ways, creating a nightmarish loop of endless drops and spirals. Zubul lost half her parts along the way. Gangle's comedy mask flipped to tragedy mid-loop, and Kinger was upside down, screaming something about giant bees. Kane, floating above the chaos, laughed with delight. "Oh, this is much better than what we planned. But how about we add a twist?" With a snap, Kane hit the rewind button. The roller coaster reversed, zooming backward at twice the speed. The performers were flung into reverse loops, experiencing the entire ride in chaotic rewind. Just when they thought it was over, Kane hit fast forward, speeding up the entire experience until it was nothing but a blur of screaming and spinning. Regatha, trying to keep her cool, called out, "Kane, stop the ride!" But Kane, ever the playful ringleader, just laughed. "What fun is stopping? Let's do it again!" Finally, Pomni, who had been desperately calculating the chaos, managed to hit the emergency stop. The ride screeched to a halt, leaving everyone dizzy, disassembled, or in Gangle's case, both laughing and crying at the same time. Regatha staggered off the ride, still trying to put on a brave face. Well, maybe not exactly how I planned, but that was something. Kane clapped, still hovering. A splendid display of adaptability, Regatha. And remember, in the amazing digital circus, the show is never truly over. It's just on loop. As everyone staggered back to their routines, Ragatha made a mental note. Next time, maybe just stick to something simpler, like juggling. And so, the circus continued, with every glitch and rewind adding to the never-ending adventure that was the amazing digital circus. Jax's virtual prank showdown. Jax, the self-appointed prankster of the amazing digital circus, was having one of his usual days, tricking his fellow performers, setting traps, and just generally making everyone's digital lives more chaotic. This time, though, he had a new target, Kinger. Kinger, with his spacey, slightly unhinged demeanor, was often an easy mark for Jax's antics, and Jax was planning his most elaborate prank yet. Jax's idea was simple: hack into the circus's VR projection system and create a fake monster mode level. He imagined Kinger running around in sheer terror, thinking the circus had been overrun by glitchy creatures. Jax spent the morning setting up the perfect digital illusion, complete with snarling, pixelated beasts and menacing glitches. As the prank unfolded, Kinger's reaction was priceless. He screamed, leapt onto his tower of blocks, and started pelting the monsters with random objects he found around him. Jax was laughing so hard he nearly fell over, but then something unexpected happened. The projection system began to glitch out for real. The fake monsters merged with the real code of the circus, and suddenly, the digital beasts became sentient. They started chasing everyone, including Jax, who realized his prank had gone way too far. Now, instead of just Kinger running in terror, the entire circus was in chaos. Zubal's parts were scattering all over the place. Regatha was swinging from a trapeze to avoid being eaten, and Gangle's comedy mask was stuck on, as she nervously laughed at the danger. Kane, of course, found this all highly entertaining. Oh, what a splendid twist! Let's see how you all get out of this one! He cheered, hovering above the chaos without a care. Jax, for once in his prank-filled life, found himself cornered by his own creations. In a rare moment of humility, he called for help. Pomni, using her quick thinking and encyclopedic knowledge of coding, managed to shut down the rogue program with a well-timed command. The monsters fizzled out, leaving the circus in disarray, but safe once more. Kane, still floating, gave Jax a knowing look. Pranks are fun, my dear Jax, but perhaps next time, don't forget who's really in charge of the show, he said with a wink. Jax, slightly humbled but not entirely defeated, shrugged. All right. No more rogue monster pranks. For now. The circus returned to its usual state of organized chaos, and Jax was already plotting his next prank. This time, hopefully, without accidentally unleashing digital mayhem. The Enchanted Code. In the heart of the digital circus, where the pixelated lights sparkled like stars, the performers prepared for another spectacular show. Zil, the eccentric ringmaster with his glowing neon attire, was bustling with excitement. His latest creation, a magical code that could make objects come to life, was about to be unveiled. The performers gathered in the center of the big top, each eager to see what this new enchantment could do. Pomni, the curious and brave acrobat, was the first to step up. "Let's see what this magical code can do!" she exclaimed. Zil handed Pomni a shimmering digital wand. With a swish and a flick, Pomni activated the code. Suddenly, the colorful circus props started to wiggle and dance on their own. The audience gasped in awe as the circus tent transformed into a swirling vortex of vibrant, animated shapes. However, something went awry. The enchanted code began to glitch, causing the props to spin uncontrollably. The once organized show turned chaotic, with objects flying in every direction. Pomni, quick on her feet, leaped into action. With the help of Kinger, the playful and agile performer, they tried to catch the runaway props. Jax, the tech-savvy and clever assistant, spotted the problem. "The code's got a bug in it!" he shouted. Working together, the team managed to track down the glitch and fix it. The code stabilized, and the circus returned to its magical, mesmerizing self. As the show continued, the audience cheered and applauded. The performers took a bow, proud of their teamwork and quick thinking. Zill beamed with pride, knowing that even in the face of glitches, the digital circus always found a way to shine,